I was sitting in the bank manager's office when she slid the folder across the desk and asked, "Miss Hurt, can you explain these accounts?" I opened it, stared at the first page. A credit card in my name, Capital One, balance $23,847. "I've never had a Capital One card," I said. She flipped to the next page. Discover, $18,392. Chase, $31,205. A personal loan from Wells Fargo, $45,000. My hands went numb. "These are all in your name," she said gently. "Your social security number, your date of birth. The addresses vary, but—" "I didn't open these." My voice sounded far away. "I didn't open any of these." She nodded slowly. "Then we need to file a police report, because someone did." I was 31 years old, a registered nurse working in pediatric oncology. I'd been saving for 3 years to buy my first condo. I had good credit, or I thought I did, until I applied for a mortgage pre-approval and got denied, until the loan officer suggested I check my credit report, until I walked into this bank and discovered I was $127,000 in debt I never created. The bank manager handed me a tissue. I didn't realize I was crying. "Do you have any idea who might have access to your personal information?" she asked. I thought about my apartment, my mail, my documents. And then I thought about the filing cabinet in my mother's basement, the one where she'd kept all our childhood records, birth certificates, social security cards, for safekeeping, she'd always said. My stomach dropped. "Yeah," I whispered. "I think I do." Let me take you back. I'm the middle child, the peacekeeper, the one who worked night shifts to pay my own way through nursing school while my older brother Derek got his MBA funded by Mom and Dad, the one who helped my younger sister Cassie through her rough patch, which lasted 4 years and included 2 DUIs, 3 evictions, and a parade of terrible boyfriends. I was the responsible one, the one with the stable job, the one who always picked up the phone. What I didn't know was that responsible translated to useful. When I was 23, fresh out of nursing school, my mother asked to borrow my social security number just for insurance paperwork. I gave it to her. Why wouldn't I? She was my mother. When I was 25, Cassie called crying. She'd been denied an apartment because of bad credit. Could she use my address as a reference, just temporarily? I said yes. When I was 27, Derek asked me to co-sign a car lease. His credit was tied up in business stuff. I hesitated. He said, "Come on, Amanda. Family helps family." I signed. I thought I was helping. I thought they'd never take advantage. I was wrong. I filed the police report that afternoon. The detective was a woman in her 40s named Chen. She had kind eyes and a tired expression that told me she'd seen this before. "Identity theft by family members is more common than you'd think," she said. "Do you know specifically who might have done this?" "I don't know. My mother has access to my documents, but I can't imagine she'd—" "Don't imagine," Detective Chen interrupted. "Investigate. Pull your full credit report. Get details on every account. Addresses used, phone numbers, transaction histories. We'll need all of it." I spent the next 2 days doing exactly that. I requested reports from all 3 bureaus. I called every creditor. I documented everything. What I found made me sick. The Capital One card was opened 5 years ago. Billing address, my mother's house. Phone number, my mother's cell. The Discover card was opened 3 years ago. Billing address, Cassie's apartment in Phoenix. Phone number, Cassie's number. The Chase card was 2 years old. Billing address, Derek's condo. Phone number, Derek's office line. The Wells Fargo loan, the biggest one, was opened 18 months ago. Co-applicant? My mother. Purpose? Home renovation. They'd all done it. All three of them. For years. I sat on my bathroom floor and threw up. I didn't call them, not yet. Detective Chen told me not to. Anything I said could compromise the investigation. Instead, I kept gathering evidence. I pulled phone records, cross-referenced dates, found text messages I deleted but were still backed up in the cloud. March 2021, from Cassie. Thanks for helping me out, sis. I'll pay you back, I promise. I'd never agreed to help her with anything that month. June 2022, from Derek. Got the loan approved. You're a lifesaver. I never co-signed a loan in June 2022, but someone had, using my name. September 2023, from my mother. The contractors started today. The kitchen is going to be beautiful. I'd never offered to help with her kitchen, but the Wells Fargo loan, the $45,000 one, was taken out in August 2023 for home renovation. I screenshot everything, saved it in 3 separate places: external hard drive, cloud storage, emailed to myself. Then, I did something I'd never done before. I checked my mother's Facebook. She'd posted photos, her new kitchen, marble countertops, custom cabinets, a professional range that cost more than my car. Caption: so blessed, dreams really do come true. 43 people had liked it. My aunt commented, "You deserve it, sis." I stared at that photo for 20 minutes. She'd stolen from me, ruined my credit, put me 6 figures in debt, and posted about it on social media like it was a miracle. The breaking point came 2 weeks later. My mother called. "Amanda, sweetie, I need a favor." My blood cold. "What kind of favor?" "Cassie's in a bind. She needs someone to co-sign an apartment lease. Her credit is still a mess from that thing a few years ago." "No." Silence. Then, "What?" I said no. "Amanda, she's your sister. She needs help." Like she needed help with the Discover card she opened in my name? The silence stretched so long I thought she'd hung up. Then, quietly, "I don't know what you're talking about." "Yes, you do." My hands were shaking. "I pulled my credit report, Mom. I know about the cards, the loan, all of it." "Honey, I think there's been some kind of mistake." "Stop." I was surprised how steady my voice was. "I have the addresses, the phone numbers, the dates. I have text messages. I have your Facebook posts about the kitchen you renovated with the loan you took out in my name." Nothing. "I filed a police report." I continued. "The detective has everything, so you can either talk to me or you can talk to her. Your choice." My mother's voice changed. The warmth drained out. "You called the police on your own family? You stole my identity. You destroyed my credit. What did you think I'd do?" "We were going to pay it back." "When? Before I got denied for a mortgage? Before my credit score dropped 200 points? "We needed help, Amanda. You have a good job. You're stable. We knew you'd understand." "Understand?" I laughed. It sounded manic. "You committed fraud. Derek, Cassie, you all used me. For years. And you thought I'd just, what, not notice?" "Don't be dramatic. Family helps each other." "Family doesn't steal. If you press charges, you'll destroy this family." I closed my eyes. "You already did that." I hung up. Within an hour, my phone exploded. Derek said, "Are you serious right now? You're going to put Mom in jail?" Cassie said, "I can't believe you do this, after everything we've been through." My father, who'd been silent through all of this, said, "Please call your mother. She's very upset." I turned my phone off. The next day, I met with a credit fraud attorney named Marcus. He reviewed everything I'd brought. "You have an incredibly strong case," he said. "The evidence is clear, but I need to be honest with you. This is going to get ugly." It's already ugly. It'll get worse. They'll try to guilt you. They'll claim you gave permission. They'll say it was a misunderstanding. And if this goes to court, you'll have to testify against them. I looked at the folder in front of me. 5 years of theft. $127,000. My demolished credit. My derailed future. "I'll do whatever it takes," I said. The first hearing was in November. My mother showed up with a lawyer, a good one, expensive. I wondered where she got the money. Then I realized probably my credit cards. Her lawyer argued that I'd given implied consent by sharing personal information with family members, that I'd co-signed documents willingly, that this was a family financial arrangement gone wrong, not fraud. Marcus stood up, pulled out the phone records, the text messages, the account statements showing billing addresses I'd never lived at, the Facebook post about the kitchen. If Miss Hurt gave consent, then why did her mother use a different address? Why were bills sent to homes Miss Hurt has never lived in? Why was she never told about these accounts until her mortgage application was denied? The judge looked at my mother. "Do you have any documentation showing your daughter's consent?" Her lawyer shuffled papers. "We're still gathering. Do you have it or not?" "Not at this time, Your Honor." The judge's expression hardened. "Then we'll reconvene when you do. In the meantime, I'm ordering a freeze on all disputed accounts and granting Miss Hurt's request for a restraining order on further use of her personal information." My mother's face went white. It took 9 months. 9 months of court dates, lawyers, affidavits. 9 months of family members calling me a traitor. 9 months of voicemails from my father begging me to work this out privately. But I didn't back down. The evidence was overwhelming. Derek settled, agreed to pay back the Chase card balance over 5 years. Cassie declared bankruptcy. She had nothing to take. But she also pled guilty to identity theft, got probation and a fine. My mother fought until the end. But the Wells Fargo loan was undeniable. Her name was on it as co-applicant. My forged signature was on the paperwork. The money went to her contractor. She pled no contest, agreed to restitution, got 2 years of probation and 200 hours of community service. The criminal record will follow her forever. My credit is still recovering. It takes 7 years for fraud accounts to fully clear, but they're marked as disputed now. My score has climbed back to 680. I reapplied for the mortgage, got approved this time. I'm closing on the condo next month. I haven't spoken to my mother in over a year. Derek sends the occasional email, usually around holidays, but I don't respond. Cassie blocked me on everything, which is fine. My father and I have coffee sometimes. He's aged. He tells me he understands why I did it, but he wishes I'd found another way. There was no other way. Last week, I got a letter from the Credit Monitoring Service. All disputed accounts resolved. Credit report clean. I cried, but this time it felt like relief. I'm rebuilding, slowly. I have a therapist now. I'm learning to trust again, carefully. I'm learning that being the responsible one doesn't mean being the one everyone uses. It means being responsible for yourself, your future, your boundaries. They took my name and turned it into debt, but I took it back, and I'm using it to build something they can never touch again. A life that's actually mine. So, here's my question for you. If someone you loved stole from you, would you press charges? Where do you draw the line between family loyalty and protecting yourself?